And welcome back, everyone, to Who Would Win? Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Jeren Punma, who asked the question, who would win a fight in a three-way fight with Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter, Carnage from the Marvel series, and Minerva from Fairy Tail? All three of these individuals are sinister and just sick sons of bitches who enjoy killing. They love murder and mayhem. They just love the thrill of it. So I'm going to tell you right out the gate, right here and now. One of these characters is a non-factor in this fight. They're going to get killed, and they're going to get killed very quickly. This is due to the fact that, we have Hisoka, who is from Hunter x Hunter, a very powerful character, Hunter x Hunter, skilled, powerful, physically strong. Hunter x Hunter characters, I give credit, have weird levels of strength. Skilled in just about any weapon he gets a hold of. He has his Nen, which is bungee gum. But Hisoka does not match up to Carnage or even Minerva, because Minerva, I had to look up what she can do. She literally manipulates space. To be precise here, one second here. Minerva, there you go, Fairy Tail. What exactly was it described again? What was her magic style? Let's just go down there and figure that out, huh, Jimmy? All right. Her magic territory. Her magic revolves around the manipulation of space, which allows her to manipulate any spatial region within her line of sight. This has been used to block one of Natsu's powerful lightning fire dragon techniques with little to no effort. It's allowed her to teleport things instantly out of thin air. There we go. Thin air. Such as when she had Happy, a character, who was nowhere near her present location, materialize in her arms via her magic. Not to mention moving Lucy from the edge of the water orb to direct the line of attack during naval battle. She can switch positions with her chosen target by basically she can do the antithesis, switch places like that. She can also be it can also be used offensively. The waves can harm a human heavily, having effects similar to lead. Interesting. Being directly sent into a target or surrounding them. Hold on one second. Let me read this sentence again. It can also be used defensively. The waves can harm a human heavily, having effects similar to lead or lead. Really, lead? Being directly sent at a target or surrounding the target and causing several attacks at once. You can also change the properties of a space, such as changing the temperature and as a result producing heat underwater or creating explosions. Territory explosion allows her to basically create explosions, and she can manipulate the size and potency. There's an ability called Nihitli. Cloaks her hands in space wave matter to create additional damage to her opponent. Territory drain imprisons a living being inside her space while also being able to absorb and capture the target's magic away simultaneously. And then she has an ability, a secondary magic apparently, called Yagd Rigola. Cast by chanting the incantation Ni We Mian Tes Electus. Yagd Rigola. While waving her hands in a circular motion, which conjures up 18 battle gods, a large statue with intricate designs and patterns in its body. Something creates a powerful and wide-scale blast. The magic is one of 18 referred to as the Yamuku 18 battle gods magic. She also has enhanced strength, acrobatic skills, immense magical power, and is an expert hand-to-hand fighter. Now, Carnage, I don't think we really need to go into much. He is the offspring of Venom. Physically, he's more powerful than both Spider-Man and Venom put together, which means he's capable of lifting well in excess of 100 tons. He is capable of manipulating his body to the nth degree, usually causing blades of some kind. He also likes using tendrils. He feeds on life force. He has all of Spider-Man's abilities pretty much, so he can create webbing effects, and he is capable of wall crawling. He's also capable, I think, turning invisible temporarily. He's also capable of possessing individuals so long as he's in contact with them. But more than anything else, one of the big things about Venom is his regeneration is really insane. Really insane. And like this dude can survive massive explosions, despite symbiotes having a weakness to fire and sound. As it turns out, though, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's a trade-off. Venom actually has a higher resistance to sound than Carnage, but Carnage has a higher resistance to fire than Venom, which is very unique, because Venom has developed more of a resistance over the years to sound. So yeah, he's also arguably he's probably the most unstable of all three of these individuals. So in a three-way clash, Hisoka would probably be the first man out because none of his attacks are going to be able to get through her abilities of manipulating space and aren't going to be able to hurt him in any significant way. The moment Carnage just gets in, he's going to go shove his tongue down Hisoka's throat and just rip him apart and just absorb his life force and all that. There you go. With Carnage versus Minerva, though, that's where things get tricky, because Carnage is going to be at a severe disadvantage from a long-range perspective. If he can get in close, she is screwed. She is absolutely screwed if he gets in close and is able to even get one solid hit. Because all he has to do is get a little bit of that symbiote in there, part of his body in there, and he can possess her and pretty much just rip her apart from the inside out. But that's going to require him getting in close. And being able to manipulate space effectively means that she's going to be able to keep him at bay almost indefinitely. Now, I say almost indefinitely, but this is due to the fact that if he's torn apart in any way, I could see Carnage leaving a little bit of himself, somewhere where she can't see him, and keeping his focus on her. Keeping her focus on him. So she goes to attack. Ultimately, she gets surprised with a little bit of the Carnage symbiote suddenly is like attacks her. Maybe she's got a cut or something, a lucky cut, and just goes in, or goes in an orifice. And just, what is that? And just starts devouring her from the inside out. That is feasible. The question is it likely? Like, is that the majority scenario that happens? I don't think so. And because Carnage isn't stupid, to be very clear. He's not stupid. He's just so single-minded and insane that he's not that much of a strategic thinker usually. Add on to the fact that she could literally just keep folding space on him to create massive explosions that ultimately would just just destroy his ass ultimately, indefinitely. So, while I think there's an avenue he could win Carnage, I don't think it's the majority scenario. I would likely go Minerva in this fight, in the three-way fight between all these sadistic killers. Again, Hisoka really is the odd man out here because he is by far the weakest one. And he's strong in his verse. But if you want to talk about, if we're talking about power scaling verses real quick here, Hunter x Hunter is definitely on the bottom end of the spectrum. Fairy Tail would be on probably the higher end because you are dealing now with feats that involve time and all that. Dragon, and I'm just talking the Shonen series. Dragon Ball and Bleach are probably actually the two highest power tiers I think you get in the Shonen series. Like that, and maybe Sailor Moon. Was Sailor Moon Shonen? I don't know if Sailor Moon was Shonen. Let me know if Sailor Moon is Shonen or not. If we count Sailor Moon, then you got to count Sailor Moon in there too. But by the way, I still think Goku beats Sailor Moon 100%. Because I've been seeing those polls. I can't remember who posted them, but those polls where, you're getting, I think if the guy throws a Bleach character, a Dragon Ball character, I think JoJo Bizarre Adventure character, and I think usually like Saitama or something like that, or a One Punch Man character or something else in there, and they'd say vote. And I saw one recently today where it's like Ichigo with all the Shrifts versus Goku with Infinite Ki versus this character with all the stands versus I can't remember what the other one was. Was it what was the other one? That's bothering me. What was the other one? All I know is the other one didn't matter. And people were just trying to say it's like, dude, Dragon Ball collapsed Bleach and all that. And look, I got ribbed for my opinion on Aizen versus Goku. But I actually think a lot of people underscale Bleach. And I feel like I'm going to I want to kind of do a video on the Soul King at some point, because I feel like we're talking about scaling. That's the pinnacle of your world there in Bleach. And I think a lot of people aren't quite grasping the concept of the Soul King. And now I speak as a Bleach fan, so maybe I'm a little biased. And I'll acknowledge that, sure. But at the same time, I'm hearing these arguments like, no, he's only high universal. I'm like, no, he's not. He's way beyond high universal. Are you kidding? But I digress. So I'll get to that at some point. At some point I'll get that. It's a video I do want to do. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. I go Minerva. Who do you got in this fight? Let me know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.